Okay guys, hit that beat. Yeah. This is channel 97 News. The Native American Tutors, AB Scheduling, FCCLA. This is channel 97 Wicca News.
So this year with the new AB schedule, it's kind of hard to stay organized. Jacob, what are you doing?
Oh, well, I'm just going through my assignment notebook. I use this for planning, for going through dates, to know what's going on, in my life. It kind of really helps. So, have you been having issues with organization?
I kind of have been this year. Yeah, it's kind of hard to stay organized when you don't really know what your class is going to be. And it's just weird because it's all switched up every day and nothing's really the same.
Well, have you been using your assignment notebook?
Well, not exactly.
What?
Yeah, I
Well,
know.
you need to start using your assignment notebook. It helps. Well, for more tips, we have a video by Sabrina that's going to help you guys out.
This year, BRFHS students and teachers are adjusting to a new AB block schedule.
How are you adjusting to the AB schedule?
I'm adjusting very slowly. I'm starting to get it down, I guess. I don't know. I definitely have to write everything down. It's helping me be more organized, though.
This year's schedule definitely comes with its fair amounts of advantages and disadvantages.
Well, some advantages are you get more time between the classes, so you have more time to do the homework, but you also have twice the classes, so you have to worry about more homework in different classes.
Well, I think there are several different things that come along with the AB schedule. For one example, we have more classes to manage, such as in the past with our last block schedule. We have 8 more classes compared to the last 4, so I think that's one of the many challenges that we have to face.
Since there are more classes than in past years, it's important to stay organized.
Making sure you write down, like in my assignment notebook, I wrote down ahead of time what days were going to be A's and B days, and then I already wrote down what classes I have each of those days. So
Write down what days you have what and what homework, because you'll probably forget, because I know I do.
If you're having trouble staying organized, try labeling each binder so you know what class it's for. Also, hang up a schedule in your locker so you know what classes you have next.
Thank you, Sabrina, for that video. Do you feel a lot more organized, Hannah?
Yeah, I feel a lot more comfortable about the organization.
Well, I'm actually late for a test, so you got this. You keep going.
Okay, here's Martin Roundstone.
Why, hello there. My name is Martin Roundstone. And Hannah, did I tell you that I wanted to go to Las Vegas this summer?
Yeah, you did.
But unfortunately, my funds got cut off, so...
Oh, I'm sorry. Speaking of funds getting cut off, FCCLA's trip's been canceled this year.
And what's the story? We go to Just Valentino.
FCCLA, Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America, is a successful organization in which many of our own BRFHS students take part in. Under the guidance of Tina Gilbertson, students travel near and far to make a difference. Unfortunately, this year's cluster trip was canceled.
Canceled this year because it got too costly to go because the cluster is only for 2 days and the ticket ended up being over $400. So it wasn't really cost effective to go to Reno for the weekend.
Why do you believe the FCCLA trip was canceled?
After doing some research, we were looking into ticket prices and to fly to where we were going to go, which was Reno, Nevada. The prices jumped like $250 per ticket, and so financially I didn't think it was a wise.
What are your thoughts on the FCCLA organization?
Well, obviously very good. We have a fantastic group here. We have one of the largest, if not the largest, FCCLA group in the state of Wisconsin, and consistently sending students on to state and national competitions and winning at those, and I think it's an excellent organization for teaching leadership and skills to our students. So.
Whoa, Hannah, you changed pretty fast.
Yeah, I know. Just thought I'd show off my school spirit. No big deal.
Sweet. Anyways, did you guys know that November is Native American Awareness Month?
That's really cool. Did you know we actually have a Native American Youth Services program that's open to all Native Americans?
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I'm gonna have to check that out. And with the story, here's Adriana.
Room 113. interviewing Kelly Baker and Lisa Flick.
Gives them extra work time. You know, we always encourage the kids to get as much of their homework done as possible, ideally all of it. But it gives them less reasons to not complete it if they stay after school, and we can, you know, help them if they need it, or set up tutoring with teachers if it's not something we can help them with. So then they don't have to worry about taking it home and trying to find time to finish it there.
I think the after-school program helps students learn some responsibility as far as homework should come first, and then the rest of the evening is theirs. Once they get it done, then the remainder of the evening can be used, whether it be going out to our youth center and shooting baskets, or just sitting at home and enjoying their favorite weekly shows, or texting or whatnot. But I think it shows responsibility, the ones that stay after and get their homework.
The major accomplishment, I think, is just forming some really good relationships with a lot of students we work with and their families as well. So I think that would probably be my favorite accomplishment anyway.
Knowing them individually, where they come from, what type of home situation they have, who their parents are, just knowing something about them enables them to have trust in me, that gives us that type of bond where we're able to sit and talk and get things done. And I just think that knowing each one individually is my greatest accomplishment.
It's never dull, ever. We have a relatively small area to put students, so a lot of times we have kids in the hall, or we have them sitting on the floor, but they don't seem to mind as long as they're working. It's good. But usually the last 15 minutes or so of the day, everybody's brains are kind of done, and so it tends to get a little silly. But thankfully they get their work done first.
Sometimes it takes a little while to get everybody tamed down, but once we get everybody in there and they start to work, we find out who needs computers, who can come down to the LMC and grab a laptop if they need a laptop, finding everybody workspace, and working on reports, projects, just someone that stays after for basketball practice. We have the ability to give them a ride home, and I think just staying with their fellow classmates for a little bit longer is something that is enjoyable by all of them, besides doing homework and getting help from each other.
I don't know, that's a tough one, and we've had this discussion lots of times, Lisa and I. We're not necessarily resource either. We're kind of just like a support system, I guess, for any of the Native American students. And, you know, a lot of other kids have come in too if they need a Band-Aid or a Kleenex, or, you know, need to make a phone call or things like that. It's not just the Native students. We are here as a part of a Native American program, but I don't think we've ever turned anyone away that's asked for help. So just, you know, be respectful, and everyone is, but yeah, just feel free to stop in and say hello.
I would prefer the high school students to think of it as Kelly and Lisa's room. I don't like to be singled out as the Native room, or the Ho-Chunk room, or, you know, Lisa and Kelly's room. We're everyday people too, and I have a first name, and it's Lisa, and Kelly's name is Kelly, and Lisa and Kelly's room works for me.
This way now for several years, that until you go to practice or on your way to practice, then we will give you your snack and your water or your juice. But we still have a few Kenny Greengrass, Justice Blackhawk, that stop in several times throughout the day and try to snag snacks and juice and water, and they get shot down every time, every day. So, but I give them points for persistence. You know, they never give up trying. So.
You know, the big thing is fighting over who's going to get the front seat. For a while there, it was just between Brent and I, because Brent stays after a majority of the time, Brent Funmaker. And he always knew that I only left the passenger door open. So when the kids would run out to get in the front seat of the van, who was gonna ride shotgun, Brent would just go to the driver's side, crawl through, and he'd just be sitting on the passenger side waiting for me to get out to unlock all the rest of the doors. So, you know, just little things Brent does really makes me laugh.
We could catch up on our homework. We could go in there during class to do the homework that we missed the following day before, and lets us be with our friends too.
It helps with their homework, and they want to get good grades, you know, go to college.
I get noticed more, and I get to make t-shirts for the whole Chug Nation for presentations that we have, and I get to go to
A's and B's.
after school. Mainly, we're just quiet, sitting down, just doing our homework.
A lot.
Hit the beat. Well, that was our show, and it's time to go. But we thank you guys for watching us. Whoa. Channel 97.
News. Hey everybody, welcome to Channel 97 News. I'm Martin Robinson.
I'm Hannah Friend.
I'm Jacob Smith.
We are robots.
We have a very exciting news package for you today.
Attack.
Get ready!
Attack. 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 Oh, yeah.
Now, I think that's something we can probably pull some stuff together with, right, Jackie? But I think we should have a list. Well, not even that so much. I think my notes, we need to have somebody list off what the packages are.
I'm resting.
Or do you want to do the thing where you list off the packages while they...
Like beatbox around you.
So,